I mean, these two teams couldn't have more different philosophies. When you look at the roster makeup, San Diego, legends of the game, the experience, whereas Utica, the speed, the upstart, young stars looking to make an impact.
Yeah, these are the two young. This Utica team is so young in terms of arena soccer standard. We were talking to head coach Moreira before the game. The skill is there for this Riggies team. However, it's the mentality, it's the poise that is San Diego's name of the game. And we have to see how those two differing styles of soccer play out in front of us here at the Odd today.
It is San Diego to get us underway inside the Adirondack Bank Center. Craig Childs over the UCFC logo. And we're underway between the Sockers and the Riggies here in mid-January. San Diego coming off a big comeback victory last night. Trailed against Baltimore 3-0, but scored 5 unanswered en route to a 9-6 victory. Big test today for Utica against a team that is historically one of the best in the MASL. Perennial finalists, always competing for the league awards at the end of the year. Right away, it's an interception. It finds Pinal. This is exactly where head coach Everton Moreira wants Utica to be, in transition with possession, because they know that San Diego wants to slow things down.
Yeah, for the Riggies today, and when we talked to head coach Moreira before the game, that was something he talked about, is taking this speed and this transition offense that Utica has found and using it to their advantage against a slower and older Utica team.
Gio Alves just high, and that one rolls out of play. We have to note, in goal today for San Diego was announced before the game, Nathaniel Lindquist, first career start for him, first start in the MASL. He's a player who spent 2 years at Azusa Pacific University, born in Uganda, went to high school in Kenya. His hometown is San Jose, California. What a story for him to now be in net for San Diego.
Absolutely. You get your first start today, coming off of the win last night against the Utica team that also just beat Baltimore. It's an exciting time for Lindquist as just a player. You talked about sort of his journey to get here, coming all the way from Africa, then going to San Jose to play college, listing that as his hometown. It'll be interesting to see how he does on a team full of veterans as the rookie here.
A player who was, not expected to have an impact this season in goal. Boris Pardo and Chris Toth, the two stars in goal. Chris Toth broke his hand, or at least a finger, earlier in the month, and Boris Pardo has been excellent since. So we were a bit shocked to see the news that Lindquist would be the starter today because of the form that Pardo's in. When you have a hot goaltender like Pardo, a goalkeeper who's just on fire, it takes a big decision to keep him out. There's a shot by Nick Pereira and a save by Wilkin. Rebound for Pereira. It goes high and away. This is the 12th MASL season for Nick Pereira. Last year was an all-star captain. Was an all-star captain in 2020. Just historically, we'll say this a lot for San Diego. Historically, one of the best players in MASL history.
Absolutely. You could go down the roster and just say historically best, historically best. This team finds the guys that were those legends of the sport and brings them in towards the end of their careers to mentor these younger guys. But right now, for the Sockers, it's all just legends. There's not a lot of youngsters outside of Lindquist in this starting lineup.
Starting lineup, they started with Taylor Walter Bond, Cesar Cerda, Charlie Gonzalez, Leonardo de Oliveira, and Craig Childs on the field. They've rotated some newer players in, including a couple of new signings, Adrian Reyes, Andrew Estrella, both making an impact after just signing after the new year. January 2nd was when those two players signed with San Diego, and they've made a couple of good impacts here early on. Ricky Orozco on the near side boards. Tyson Santos, we talk about players adjusting to the MASL. Santos has been up and running since he came to America. Played futsal in Brazil before. Drew Ruggles will leave it out wide. And here's Pinal. This is something that head coach Everton Moreira has harped on, not just with Junior Pinal, but also Barbaro Chalier, the two target forwards. How impressed he's been with their defending as of late. As here's Pinal again. This is where he wants it. Back to goal. On the turn. Rebound there. Just wide. Toy Tavares wasn't expecting it. And a golden opportunity for the Riggies to take a lead goes away. Big slide challenge in behind. That's Sean Callahan. Just his 5th appearance of the season. Player who's been up and down with Sockers and Sockers 2 in his MASL career.
We got to go back to that for Tavares. In the right place at the right time, just not expecting that ball to fall to him after the shot from Pinal. Just couldn't quite get it to fall, going off of the just upper right off the glass there. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from Utica here early, Arnav. They're being extremely aggressive, something that we haven't seen them do much outside of that Baltimore game where they went up 3-0 early.
Cole Stevens Leaves it back to Pinal. He's the last man back for the Riggies. We'll make that mistake a bunch. I'm sure I've already made it with Utica City FC and the Utica Riggies. Bear with us while we go through this one-game rebrand for Utica City. As this one goes long, and it's cleared away by Wilkin. Didn't get the best of touches on it. Team defense surrounds Wilkin, including Captain Wanalava. Here's Drew Ruggles out wide. Slows down the play. And good work on the defensive side of the ball for Willie Spur. Spur, one of the very few free agent signings for Utica, came from Tacoma. As this one's touched wide to Shalier. He's got a little bit of room. Barbaro Shalier to Manny Silva. The shot parried away by Lindquist. Back to Gio Alves. Alves, couple of steps in. Shalier back to goal. Return to Alves and a save by Lindquist. Well, no first game jitters for Nathaniel Lindquist so far. He's been excellent.
Utica saw the rookie keeper in the net, wanted to test him early. Already 4 shots on goal. Great save by Lindquist. That's one of those settle-in saves. Quick shot right outside the box. Makes a great dive to keep it out of the back of the net.
Lindquist doing everything he can to keep San Diego in it. Already a couple of highlight reel saves in what is his first MASL appearance. Here's the call for a foul on Shalier. They say he threw the elbow while jockeying for ball position, so San Diego will maintain it. We haven't seen this San Diego team maybe possess as much as we expected coming into the game, but a chance like this allows the Sockers to hold the ball.
Exactly, and that's exactly what Coach Murrah talked about when we talked to him before the game, that idea that this San Diego team is going to possess the ball. They're going to play their style of soccer, keep it slow, possess, build out of the back. And really, outside of this, Utica's dominated possession so far. Not something that we're used to seeing a young team who works so well in transition do early on in this MASL season.
Back out wide for San Diego. Pressure coming from Emmanuel Belliard and Ricky Orozco. Craig Childs will leave it for Mitchell Cardenas. Childs gets it back. This Jesus Pacheco out wide. And good tackle out wide by Utica. It is a foul on Childs. So San Diego will have the free kick. It's just outside the restart dashes. There's a look at Craig Childs. Announced it's his final MASL season. Was a longtime indoor soccer player. 17th active season of playing indoor. Been around since before the MASL became what it is today. 3rd all-time in goals in the league. Dangerous rollout by Wilkin. It's a turnover. Nick Pereira leaves it to Childs again. And now again, here's De Oliveira. Childs. Pereira chases it down. Pressure coming, and Stefan Teixeira in his 2nd ever MASL game gets the better of a veteran. Tavares had Gerson there to the corner and elected not to play him. Spur. Out wide, here's Olava. 2 goals against Baltimore to get his season tally underway for the current captain, Juan Olava. Logan Roberts still out dealing with the ankle injury that's bothered him for the last couple of years, really, in Utica. Here's Tavares. Rolled up ahead, intended for Gerson. Cut away well by De Oliveira. And Leo moves ahead. And again, team defense, the key right now for Utica. Here goes Junior Pinal. What can he do? Triple teamed. He'll leave it back for Tavares.
And it's that team defense that Utica has really harped on early on in this season, making sure when you're out there on your shift, you are doing everything you can to have that good performance and support the team. Even if you're just out there playing team defense like we've kind of seen Utica have to do, a lot of early chances, but against a very veteran team like the Sockers, how we've mentioned so many times, you're going to have to play those team defensive shifts, and you're not going to have a lot of opportunities.
Howard Miller called for a foul, and a little bit of complaining from Howard Miller Jr. about that one. He's played in the last couple of games for UCFC as Jesus Pacheco is dispossessed. 3-on-2 the other way if Shalier hurries. Long touch ahead, Shalier off the boards looking for post to Miller, and he'll have to recycle. Defended by Ruggles. It's been a quick 7.5 minutes of play in this first quarter as Shalier up ahead. He's on the turn out wide to Alves. Here's Cole Stevens. After a slow start for him, he's also picked it up offensively as of late. Silva hopping backwards. He'll play it to Alves. And back out wide to Manny Silva. Through two, takes some contact, no call. Battling back for it, and Silva wins it right back. He'll fire a shot. Drew Ruggles with the block. Lindquist under pressure. Good play out wide. Sits nicely for Reyes, and here's a chance breakaway for Callahan. Underran the ball. He'll have to drop it back for Pereira. Ruggles sits at the midway line. Cesar Cerda will conduct this San Diego offense, and here's exactly what we expect from this team in terms of possessing the ball, keeping Utica in the defensive half. There's a turnover in terms of the San Diego side, but that's what we expect to see from SD.
Yeah, and it's finally starting to be like the tail of the tape we expected, where San Diego was going to dominate the possession. Early on, right off first whistle, it was Utica that was dominating that ball, building out of the back, and we saw San Diego having to play out of that transition ball. But now we're seeing the two sides settle into the games that we were expecting them to play today.
Gordy Gerson and Tyson Santos, a little give and go. Tyson Santos misses the through ball ahead, and now a chance to transition for San Diego, and you see they're not excellent transition. Here's maybe a chance for Utica. Pinal past one, and he's held up by Childs. Had Gerson up ahead, just couldn't find him. Bit too tight of a passing angle for Junior Pinal's liking, player who leads the league in points per game. Utica, this is only the 6th game of the season for Utica Riggies, I should say. San Diego, this is game number 7. Drew Ruggles under pressure, almost turned it over right to Gerson. Got away with one there.
Just very dangerous play by Ruggles there. You don't want to have two guys with your back to the net right there. Very lucky for San Diego. Not something you expect out of a veteran side. Those little mental and positioning mistakes could really cost San Diego this game here.
You have to think a little bit of the mental fatigue as well of playing yesterday against Baltimore. We heard, the bus came in late. It's a 5-hour drive from Baltimore to here in Utica. Team gets in, 5, 6 a.m. and then has to turn around and play a game a couple of hours later.
Especially for these veteran guys where you need a little extra time to recover. You're older, your muscles don't recover as quickly as some of these younger guys on Utica. Huge advantage coming in to this game for the Riggies.
You can see the LED dasher boards that were installed in January of last year. Sometimes throws you off a little bit with where the ball's at and with the numbers, but also showing the Utica Riggies logo. Here's Shalier with his back to goal. Using that tall 6'4" frame to win it back out of the air for Utica. And the Riggies reset. You don't see many players as tall as Shalier, especially as attackers in this league, and he's got that lanky frame that he'll use to his advantage. We're scoreless as we approach the first quarter media timeout between the Utica Riggies and the San Diego Sockers. You're watching the MASL on MASL TV. Welcome back inside the Adirondack Bank Center. We're scoreless after the first 11 minutes or so of quarter number 1. MITRE is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League, established in 1817. MITRE is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at mitre.com. The MASL is also brought to you by Capelli Sport, the official and preferred uniform and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. Visit MASLsoccer.com to shop the all-new MASL fan store for the latest MASL and team gear. If you think you can predict the MASL, head over to nxtbets.com to place your wagers on all the MASL action this season. After the timeout, we're seeing Utica possess a little bit more out of the back, using Brian Wilkin and his excellence with the ball at his feet. That's something that head coach Everton Moreira talked about in the pregame, is how versatile he is when he can move the ball up. He said he trusts Wilkin to take someone on one-on-one, which is not something you see out of goalkeepers too often. There's a foul called on Junior Pinal. And quickly up ahead, here's Serta. Cesar Serta, defended by Belliard, and then he's shrugged off the ball. Pinal gets it right back. Belliard. Alava. Option up ahead is Tavares, who's running free. Tavares on the volley off the boards. Bit of contact through the back of Nick Pereira. Stefan Teixeira called for the foul. But some chances now for Utica growing back into the game after San Diego took back some of that momentum.
Yeah, Utica to start this game, as you can see, 4 shots on goal right off rip, really testing the new keeper in Lindquist here.
Chance off the boards, it's cleared away in front. Alava with some words to say to his defense as Teixeira runs along the boards. Leo will pick it up, and Oliveira actually will leave it for Lindquist. First 13 minutes of the MASL career for Nathaniel Lindquist. And there's a great ball up ahead. Childs off the wall. There's the experience showing. Childs knows exactly where he wants that ball to go off the boards. Chalier will drop it back. First 13 minutes of Nathaniel Lindquist's MASL career so far, it's been positive for the netminder for San Diego, Landon.
He's got a couple good saves. One great save on a shot right outside the circle, heading in the upper corner, full extension. Something that you see a lot of times out of a veteran keeper. A guy in Lindquist making his first ever Arena League start. Not something you expected, but great to see if you're the soccer team.
Gio Alves with the touch to spur. And even the distribution in indoor soccer, it's a bit different to playing outdoor. Obviously, he's been in training, learning the indoor game out at Front Wave Arena behind two very, stellar legends in Chris Toth and Boris Pardo. But, playing in a game is a lot different than in training.
Absolutely. Playing in a game other than in training is so different. But even if you're just a casual fan watching arena soccer and you're used to the outdoor rules, that transition is so different, especially as a goalkeeper. The field shrinks down so much. You have to be prepared for a shot from anywhere at any time. I mean, we've seen Nick Wilkins sit there and or Brian Wilkins, just sit there and almost rip shots from behind the yellow line sometimes. Anybody can shoot from anywhere, and that's not something you're used to on an outdoor field. Bigger field, more space, more players. So it's been interesting to see Lindquist really.
Stevens in traffic, does well to hang on to possession for Utica City FC. Tyson Santos will backtrack, leave it off to a teammate. And again, Santos under pressure. Stevens looking for the ball off the wall. This one will go all the way back to Alava. And out wide. Chance to cut in for Belliard. Here's Pinal. After a quiet home game against Baltimore, he did well in the away match. There's a physicality by Pinal, looking for Alava at the back post. And these are the moments where, as we hit the end of the first quarter, you expect San Diego to maybe hustle out in transition, but we don't see it just yet. Scoreless through one quarter of play inside the Adirondack Bank Center. It's San Diego 0, the Utica Riggies 0. You're watching the MASL on MASL TV.
At Aquavino, every meal is a moment, whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event. Enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
Stories to remember. Bank with Utica.
At Rome Health, we bring the best orthopedic and sports medicine care right to your neighborhood. Our experienced team includes orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine specialists, and physical therapists working together to get you back to the things that you love to do. So whether you need an injection for arthritis pain, rotator cuff surgery, a joint replacement, or help recovering from a concussion, we're committed to delivering superior care to you. Rome Health, the best orthopedic care out there, here.
What a save! What a save! What a save! And now it's your turn to save here at Master Vito Hyundai on Commercial Drive in Yorkville or online anytime at mastervitohyundai.com. Make your move to Master Vito Hyundai.
Babe's Restaurant and Bar believes great food brings people together. From comfort classics to crowd favorites, there's something for everyone. Open daily for lunch and dinner, plus brunch on the weekends. Come home to Babe's.
Welcome back inside the Adirondack Bank Center, the home of the formerly named Utica City FC. Right now it's the Utica Riggies. I feel like we can't mention that enough because Utica usually at home they're in the either black and blue jerseys or the light blue and dark blue jerseys. Today in the white jerseys with the red trim and the rigatoni pasta noodles at the bottom.
I mean, San Diego's not even helping us out. Wearing the same blue unis that you're so used to seeing with Utica at this home stadium. Really throwing us for a loop here today, Arnav.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. You can also stream games live on MASLplus.tv, replay the game on demand, clip it, share it live, and again if you need to, make sure you favorite your team to get instant updates on every game. So 0-0 through the first 15 minutes. It's a goalkeeper battle, mainly Lindquist. I feel like we've been impressed by because he's had the more impressive catalog of saves, but Wilkins been just as good.
Yeah, Wilkins been just as good. We've really seen Wilkins shine in those balls off the board. You've seen this San Diego team. They know their angles. They know where they have to hit it off the wall to get it to those spots in the box, those dangerous crosses. Wilkins has done a very good job at staying collected.
Right on cue, in transition, Belliard gets his jersey yanked, and get to kind of hear that reaction from the Utica fans. We'll get another look at it here.
Yeah, jersey yank as he kind of went under to get around there into a shooting position. It'll be interesting to see how Utica plays the free kick.
Laid off to Alves, a curling effort, and it's just off the corner of the boards. It wasn't a bad look at goal. Alves just kind of got his body leaned back and sent that one into the sky.
Yeah, just a little too under it. Needed to get a little bit more over the ball and try and drive it in that upper right corner on Lindquist, who's already made a great save in that same spot in that first quarter.
Headed back to Brian Wilkin. Once again, multi-year MASL vet who's very comfortable taking the ball forward like he does now. He's also got a strong left foot on him. This time he'll pass it out to Howard Miller. Don't be surprised if you see Brian Wilkin fire off a couple of shots. 2 years ago when he was playing for MASL 2 United League Kreisnik FC, he scored 2 goals in 1 game. That was a long time ago. He's since spent last year off, was the goalkeeper coach at UAlbany, and then returned to MASL play. Here's Pinal down the boards, across the face of goal. Teixeira at the back post, but didn't react in time. One back, Teixeira. And he lost it off the foot of Adrian Reyes, who clears away. Miller does well to win it back. I mean, we're seeing this Utica press work so effectively against what probably is a tired San Diego team. Miller went with the outside of the boot and just missed wide. That came out of nowhere.
It was a great shot attempt by Miller. Found that loose ball. It was kind of just bouncing around in the offensive end for Utica and just did a great job to get boot to ball. Just couldn't get it low enough.
Would have been a stunner of an opening goal for Howard Miller, who picked up an assist in his Utica debut a couple of weeks ago.
Well, we've seen how hungry Utica is early on in this game. 4 shots on goal, plenty more just missing. This is a team that wants to and maybe even needs to score early against San Diego.
Shalier through contact, no call. Much to the chagrin of the Utica City bench, the Utica Riggies bench. I feel like we just got to get a counter going of how many times I say Utica City FC today.
All right, so what is that, like 2 or 3? I'll start marking it right here.
I think we're at 3. Rolled up ahead to Pereira. Worked out wide, and Leo de Oliveira missed everybody. It wasn't a bad position ball, but Tavares now has some pressure. He's got to get rid of it here. Back to goal, just backheels it away. And Spur can help Utica escape the pressure. Big shove in by Andrew Estrella in his 3rd game for the rookie for the Sockers. Utica tried to go quick, and it may be to the detriment as the Sockers move forward. Here's Shalier. Out wide, Spur. You have Gerson well ahead, but Utica just can't find him. It's been twice or 3 times now where Gerson, Shalier have made those runs, and Utica just keeps on missing. Orozco battles, handled outside of the box. That's got to be a card. It is. Lindquist with the blue card shown, and the rookie in his first MASL game just lost his positioning a little bit off the pressure from Orozco.
Lost his positioning, and it's those mental mistakes that you could potentially see Lindquist, as you can see right there. Tried to fall back into the box on the grab, but just couldn't do it. Gives Utica a huge chance here.
It is a shootout attempt, and it is the returning Gordy Gerson back from injury. His last appearance against Kansas City on December 14th, almost a month out of action as he battled back. And it should be Boris Pardo to return to net. I mean, you go from Lindquist, who's a rookie, to one of the legends in the MASL, and someone who we expected to start today in Boris Pardo, so it's not a drop-off at all in net for San Diego, but a clear handball outside of the box for Lindquist.
I mean, you could even argue with Pardo coming off the bench to take this for this next 2 minutes, you could argue this is almost an upgrade. Back at keeper, sure, Lindquist has had a great showing early, but that mental mistake, now with a chance for Utica to take advantage.
It is Gerson against Pardo, 2 players who are legends of the game, both of them in their 12th season of MASL soccer. The goalkeeper, Pardo. The striker, Gerson. Mano a mano, Gerson! It's 1-0 Utica. It is calm, it is composure. And one 12-year MASL veteran gets the better of another as Gerson fires Utica ahead 1-0.
You see right here, Gerson gets him to go down, fakes it to that left corner, and just puts it over the top. That's veteran shooting capabilities right there, getting the keeper to go one way and just putting it over the top for the easy goal for Gerson to get Utica ahead here early.
And it'll clear the penalty on Nathaniel Lundquist. So Boris Pardo will go back to the bench. His alone involvement is a penalty shootout attempt that he allows Gerson to score. I mean, it's hard, especially Pardo, a little bit of an older player, a veteran, coming out cold off the bench, no warm-up time. He just has to go in, try and make a save. You really can't ask too much out of Pardo there, just to do his best, and I'm sure he did.
It'll be interesting to see how San Diego responds here. This was a team that you thought was going to get up early and then kind of just play their game, sit back, play possession. Now Utica has the early lead. I'll be interested to see if San Diego...
And right on cue, I mean...
Shot attempt there had me nervous.
He almost spoke it into existence.
I know.
The return for San Diego immediately, first possession after the goal, is dangerous. But it is Gerson who gives Utica City the lead. The Riggies helped by their 12-year MASL veteran. And now bursting into space, Manny Silva. He's got Belliard. Belliard off the wall, rebound for Silva. And I think he just stepped over the ball. Belliard, pressure, and Lundqvist first to it. Good reaction by the netminder. Couple of mistakes here by San Diego at the back, and we're seeing maybe a team that isn't too happy after that last home result. Head coach Everton Moreira always speaks to us about the importance of winning for your fans at home and improving and impressing everybody. This is exactly what we expected in terms of a rebound after that tough Baltimore home loss a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, the tough Baltimore home loss. These fans are just itching for that big statement home win, and Utica has a chance to do it. Already up 1-0 here early in the second quarter against such a veteran team.
Shot parried away by Wilkin, and he'll laser it out on the volley. That's confident goalkeeping by Brian Wilkin. But the chance isn't dead yet for San Diego. It may be now, as a bit of dangerous opportunities. There's a high kick by Andrew Estrella, and it's a blue card shown, and Wilkin's down. Wilkin got kicked in the chest there.
Can't tell if it was the chest or in the neck there, Onov. He just went up, spikes out, and you just can't do that, especially on the goalkeeper. It was a dangerous ball in the first place, heading it back to Wilkin like that. You can see it on the replay right here. Plays it back. Wilkin calls it off, and then just the foot of Pato.
Andrew Estrella, the San Diego native, who went high on Wilkin, and Wilkin's still getting checked out here. Of course, we wish the best for Andrew Wilkin. It looked dangerous, and Wilkin looks to have paid the price. And now we get a chance to talk about Xavier Snare-Williams, who's a player on loan from this very San Diego side. Because of the goalkeeping excellence between Boris Pardo and Chris Toth, Xavier Snare-Williams was loaned to Utica. And Wilkin is up, breathing well. He says that he can continue. There is a rule in the MASL where if the trainer comes out for a certain period of time, you do have to go off. But I believe because it's a blue card incident, that rule doesn't really apply in this scenario. Wilkin gets checked out by the trainer, make sure he doesn't have a concussion. He's good to continue if that was a dangerous upper head or neck area. But it allows us to see the Utica power play, which is 0 for 1 on the season. Have only had one attempt on the man advantage.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Utica get to It'll be interesting how they do, as there's a very early chance, but almost just left wide open down in the attacking third. But 0 for 1 so far, hasn't yet had a good shot in the power play. We'll see what the Riggies can do here. Try to go up 2 goals.
First goal came on a shootout attempt from Gerson. Here's the power play. Pinal leaves it. Santos, it's saved by Lindquist. Well, the Brazilian got a good look at goal there, and now a chance to break 2-on-1 on the shorthanded opportunity. It's out wide to Ruggles. And Ruggles is defended well by Gio Alves. Utica has already allowed 1 shorthanded goal this season. Came in the season opener. It was a shorthanded overtime game winner for Rion Marquez, and Utica losing that game to Kansas City. So you'd like to not give up another shorthanded goal. Here's Gio Alves. Spur with 1 minute to go on the man advantage for Utica. Willie Spur. Back out wide, Silva. Down low to Pinal. Gio Alves plays it off the boards, and the one-time finish is absolutely exquisite. The one-less scorer to propel Utica to a 2-0 lead.
Just heads up soccer right there from Alves. Sees he's got the wide shot off the board, plays it off, steps into the box, and just drills it into the back of the net. And something that's going to go unsung on that power play. He's the one that came all the way down the field as the midfielder and did a great job to break up the shorthanded opportunity for Ruggles. Just all around great play from Alves there. Something that head coach Moreira talked about, how guys need to be coming back and playing that team defense. Alves did it there and then was rewarded with a beautiful goal.
Well, Gio Alves is becoming a special teams special player He had the shorthanded game winner for Utica's first win of the season against Milwaukee. Now he has the first power play goal of the season for Utica and the Riggies with a 2-0 lead. This is exactly where head coach Everton Moreira wanted this San Diego team to be. As a couple of big hits on the far boards, advantage played for San Diego. Howard Miller up and is limping as Wilkin makes a save. And a foul called in the play. It is a top-of-the-arc restart for San Diego. I mean, there were bodies everywhere as San Diego looks to climb back in this one. And into the wall, rebound still loose. And again, cleared away by Utica. This is getting
seeing bodies fly everywhere. And right now, that physicality, in my opinion, is going to favor Utica. This is a younger team. They can be more physical. Sure, the bodies are a little bit bigger on the San Diego side, but we mentioned earlier, this is a team that played Baltimore yesterday, drove on a bus here to Utica, got here at 5 a.m. These are legends of the sport. Yes, they have the experience, but they don't have that same physicality and endurance that Utica has.
Wilkin caught between two minds, makes a split save to clear it away with his foot. But now a poor turnover. Alava Childs goes high. Best chance of the day for San Diego, and it is the captain, Craig Childs, who goes above the crossbar. Shouts for a foul on Ricky Orozco as Drew Ruggles may have held him again. Teixeira steps in on the challenge. Tavares gets it away. And again, a foul called on Teixeira. He's approaching some pretty dangerous foul numbers. Of course, he had 4 fouls and a half. That's always something to keep an eye on.
And and it was a clear foul by Teixeira. He raised his hand straight up with the push into the boards. You just can't do that.
Header out of play by Orozco. And that'll take us to our media timeout. 2-0 the score in favor of Utica. Gordy Gerson got on the board first, and then Gio Alves on the power play. Utica leads San Diego. You're watching the MASL on MASL TV. Welcome back. MASL Soccer on MASL TV. Calling all artists, head to MASLsoccer.com to take part in the first ever MASL coloring contest. Winners receive a $100 gift certificate to Capelli Sport. Submissions are due in February. There's a save by Wilkin. February 1st is the deadline for those submissions. Childs sends it back down. And a big slide challenge underway. Well, it didn't look like he was going to shoot, but how about Junior Pinal? An absolute laser to the bottom right corner.
Pinal had a man trailing down that right side, decided he was going to take it himself right here on the replay. You kind of see right at the top of your screen has the trailer, says, no way, Jose. buries it in the back of the net. What a shot for Pinal. Leads the league in points per game right now. Immediately 3-0 for Utica. All 3 goals here in this second quarter, and this is exactly the spot that Coach Moreira wanted them in.
And Junior Pinal continues what is a stellar sophomore season after a very good rookie year where he was playing behind players like Vinny Dantas, Kelvin Oliveira, who took maybe a little bit of the limelight away from him. He is back, and he is in full force for Utica. I believe it's a change in goal now. So Boris Pardo, who we expected to start this game, who's been so excellent as of late, is back in the net. He came in, gave up the shootout attempt to Gordy Gerson. He's back in, looks like, for the rest of the game. It wasn't bad from Lindquist at all in his first ever MASL appearance, but just maybe a little bit behind the indoor game in getting used to the speed of it in game action.
Yeah, and that's exactly something we talked about earlier, seeing how he was going to adjust to the style of indoor play. And first quarter, it really looked like he was a veteran of the sport. But in this second quarter, you kind of started to see that facade fall down.
Here's a chance for Gerson on the volley, saved by Pardo. No stranger to scoring volleyed goals. It's how he scored in the opener against Kansas City this year on the 7th of December. Alava will drop it back to Stevens. Well, the Pinal goal interrupted us talking about MASL Monday, which our good friend Phil Levanko and Alex Bastivansky do every week on Monday night, CBS Sports Golazo Network and MASL TV. They're joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap weekend's games, talk about the league's hot topics. I'm waiting till the day I get the call to MASL Monday. Hasn't happened yet in my 2 years here in Utica, but hey, maybe.
Speaking into existence,
a man can dream, right? A man can dream, as it is Nick Pereira with possession. He'll swivel out wide. Leo de Oliveira will fire a rocket off the crossbar, and it hits the top cables here inside the Adirondack Bank Center. A superstructure violation off the shot, but it'll be a yellow line restart for Utica. I mean, this is what we expected from San Diego. Possess, work an opening, find the good look, and that's exactly what they just did.
Mm-hmm. But that's the one thing, when it got to this point in the game, this is what you expect from San Diego. But Coach Moreira said, if Utica can get up 2-0, 3-0, he expects San Diego to start to press, and we haven't seen them do that just yet. It'll be interesting to see in these final 5 minutes of the half what San Diego, if they change anything, to their game plan.
Yesterday, San Diego trailed by this exact margin, 3-0. They then scored 5 unanswered goals to make it 5-3 at midway through the third. San Diego made it 3-2 at halftime in yesterday's game against Baltimore. Chip ball down to Childs. Reset out wide. Down low is Taylor Walter Bond. He's dispossessed. Walter Bond spent up here at the end of the 22-23 season and was here for the first half of the 23-24 season. Here's Silva, one-on-one with Pardo. Silva! And Pardo got down and made the save. Foul committed in the process. But there's a golden opportunity in transition right where Utica want to be.
Yeah, that's exactly the game plan for Utica. Their speed, their athleticism. This is what they're good at, those transition goals. So they'll hang on to it for a little bit too long there. Should have gotten off the foot before the two defenders for San Diego could come in and help Pardo out in the back.
Ruggles with the header, and now it's intercepted by San Diego. Worked out wide. Wilkin comes sliding out. That's decisive goalkeeping by
At Aquavino, every meal is a moment, whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event. Enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
Stories to remember. Bank with Utica.
At Rome Health, we bring the best orthopedic and sports medicine care right to your neighborhood. Our experienced team includes orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine specialists, and physical therapists working together to get you back to the things that you love to do. So whether you need an injection for arthritis pain, rotator cuff surgery, a joint replacement, or help recovering from a concussion, we're committed to delivering superior care to you. Rome Health, the best orthopedic care out there, here.
What a save! What a save! What a save! And now it's your turn to save here at Master Vito Hyundai on Commercial Drive in Yorkville or online anytime at mastervitohyundai.com. Make your move to Master Vito Hyundai.
Babe's Restaurant and Bar believes great food brings people together. From comfort classics to crowd favorites, there's something for everyone. Open daily for lunch and dinner, plus brunch on the weekends. Come home to Babe's.
Welcome back. It's halftime on MASL TV. Arnaud Fokrell, and I'm joined by Brian Wilkin, goalkeeper for Utica City FC, or should we say the Utica Riggies today. I know you were involved with that game a couple of years ago. Now you're back. How are you feeling about the rebrand? How do you like it?
Yeah, I think it's something fun to do. It's a different change, and I think the fans love it as well. Chicken Riggies are big here in Central New York, and I'm a huge fan of them myself. So I think it's a fun little game that you can do, and a jersey that you can give away for merchandise.
Are you a fan of the food itself, or let me know about what because I know you're from the area. So what's it been like?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard of Chicken Riggies until we actually did this game a few years ago. But I'm glad that we did this because I love Chicken Riggies now. So they're good food to have.
We got to talk about your MASL career. You started in Rochester, here in Utica. Then last year you were off. I heard you were doing some goalkeeping coaching at UAlbany. What was that experience like? Just walk me through what you were able to do in this 1 year off.
Yeah, so I think taking a year off was huge for my game. I was fortunate to work with a really good coach in Albany. Not only did I coach for Beastera soccer training, but I also got coaching from him as well, and I changed a few things in my game, and I think it's given me a better look at the game itself, but also performing for myself. So. And
it wasn't a full year off for you because you got the phone call with a game against the Chihuahua Savage. What was that like? You sign the morning of the game, you go out and you play, and you get a win. Walk me through what your mentality was going through that game last year.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool story. I mean, I know I stepped away for that year, and I watched the game the night before, and next thing I know, Tommy's giving me a ring, and I'm like, what could this be about? And sure enough, he was like, hey, we need you, can you step in? And it was a great opportunity to kind of get back into the shoes that I fulfilled for a few years in a row, and came out as a big win. So I was happy to make that phone call come into fruition.
And obviously, you heard about the offseason retirement from Andrew Coughlin. What were you able to learn from him? Because I know you guys were super close in your time together here in Utica.
Yeah, he's a great goalie, and it was always fun working with him, competing in practice every day, and also just being there for each other. When he was playing or I was playing, I think we had a really good relationship, which I think allowed us to thrive no matter who was starting in goal. So I really had fun working with him, and we also did soccer on the side as well, and coaching in circles.
And now you look at this season in Utica and what you've been able to do through the opening 5 games of this Utica year, and looking ahead to what is a very young team, and you've got actually some more experience on a lot of these players that are coming in and making an impact. What's been your mentality, whether it's with Xavier, with some of the other goalkeepers like Drew, or even just the team as well?
Yeah, I mean, I always kind of go back to my Rochester days. I was super raw out of college soccer, and indoor soccer was a completely different game. But I think everybody has to have an opportunity, and I try to be that platform for no matter who it is. But I don't think you could ever look down on a young player. I mean, you can say the same thing about older teams, right? They might be old, slow game, right? But they have the experience. So there's always something positive coming out of the young and the older players.
That's Brian Wilkin. Halftime continues on MASL TV after the break.
At Aquavino, every meal is a moment. Whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event, enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
Utica.
At Rome Health, we bring the best orthopedic and sports medicine care right to your neighborhood. Our experienced team includes orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine specialists, and physical therapists working together to get you back to the things that you love to do. So whether you need an injection for arthritis pain, rotator cuff surgery, a joint replacement, or help recovering from a concussion, we're committed to delivering superior care to you. Rome Health, the best orthopedic care out there, here.
What a save! What a save! What a save! And now it's your turn to save here at Master Vito Hyundai on Commercial Drive in Yorkville or online anytime at mastervitohyundai.com. Make your move to Master Vito Hyundai.
Babe's Restaurant and Bar believes great food brings people together. From comfort classics to crowd favorites, there's something for everyone. Open daily for lunch and dinner, plus brunch on the weekends. Come home to Babe's.
Shoot! He scores!
How goes it, folks? This is MASL at 5, back for another week. Hope everyone is doing great. Things are heating up across the league. There are some big matchups happening this weekend. I've only got 5 minutes to fill you in, so let's get to it.
Mello with the ball. Over to Perez. Looks to Mello. Oh, Baltimore's caught here. Baltimore's caught here. Penal. Goal. Unbelievable. Baltimore caught.
Unbelievable, all right. January 4th, Baltimore had the ball in the Utica box with a 1-goal lead, 25 seconds left, but they gave up that tying goal in the dying moments, and then in overtime, Wanalava completes the comeback with the winner just 20 seconds in. Rough collapse by Baltimore and an epic comeback win for UCFC. Casey and St. Louis are sick of each other. The good news is this was the 6th time they faced each other all season. It'll be the last for now. St. Louis tied it up with 37 seconds left. And then in the shootouts, this went down.
Chance to win it for one touch.
Shoots. And St. Louis wins it on a shootout.
So the Ambush take the last 2 matchups against the Comets for the regular season. No more games between these clubs unless they meet in the playoffs. Tacoma and San Diego in the second of 2 encounters last week. Keep your eye on Jamel Cox right here. He misses the easy pass out front to Tyler John. He can't believe it. So angry with himself, but seconds later, he makes amends. Easy tap in. That proved to be the game winner in a fiery contest. No love lost between the Sockers and the Stars, that's for sure. Lots of pushing and shoving in this game. 5-4 Tacoma, the final. The day before, San Diego faced Empire at home. The Strikers with just 1 win on the season so far. And that was in their opening game. their woes continued. San Diego takes it 4-3, dropping the Strikers to 1-5 on the campaign. And congratulations to legendary Sockers goalkeeper Boris Pardo. Now, this is not exactly the most complex save right here, but hey, Boris has made enough incredible stops over his time. This save, though, is number 2,000 in his career, an incredible milestone for an all-time MASL great. Couple of big matchups this weekend involving the Sockers as they travel east. First against Baltimore. This will be a dandy to see how the two superpowers stack up. 6 p.m. Eastern, the kickoff. And then the next day, they'll be on the blue turf in Utica. The Blues have already taken down Baltimore and Milwaukee this season. That is a 3 p.m. Eastern time kickoff. Your scoring leader, Zach Reggett, continuing to lead the way with 20 points, followed by teammates Rian Marquez and Dom Francis, who's got 14 points. He is tied with Mello from Baltimore and Junior Pinal in the top 5 now, 14 points as well. Your players of the week, here they are. In goal, Paulo Nascimento from St. Louis. Charlie Gonzalez offensively and defensively, Nascimento's teammate, Robert Williamson. Let's start off with Charlie. Fantastic game for him on December 30th against the Tacoma Stars in a big win. 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points for Mr. Gonzalez. Defensively, Robert Williamson getting it done on both ends of the floor. 1 goal right there against the Comets on Sunday, and also 4 big blocks in the contest. And in goal, the Brazilian Rob Lowe. Paulo Nascimento, 22 saves, giving up 6 goals against KC. Huge between the posts for that win. Time now for your plays of the week.
Kazim, SK to Almeida, Cristo!
All the way back, a rifled shot in. What a save by Rodriguez. Rebound for Shalier. Second chance, still loose, across, and saved off the line.
Francis is open on the left corner. Garza's there, he can't see him. He shoots though, and buries it. Jacob Garza.
Somo activated to Alami. Off the wall to Fabian. He scores. And here's another. Nico Williams. Look at this. Yeah! All right. What a great goal that was.
Chikunte, Ejimadu got a piece and it's bicycled out right by the post by Vandegrift and Ejimadu.
Wash alive. Now the throw out by Pardo. He's got Charlie for the hat trick. He scores. Maldini turns it over. Very bad turnover. And a goal. 20 seconds into overtime.
Chance to win it for one touch. Shoots. And St. Louis wins it on a shootout.
And that's going to wrap up this week's show. But just a reminder, of course, to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the MASL all throughout the season, be sure to check out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
At Aquavino, every meal is a moment. Whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event, enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
Utica.
At Rome Health, we bring the best orthopedic and sports medicine care right to your neighborhood. Our experienced team includes orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine specialists, and physical therapists working together to get you back to the things that you love to do. So whether you need an injection for arthritis pain, rotator cuff surgery, a joint replacement, or help recovering from a concussion, we're committed to delivering superior care to you. Rome Health. The best orthopedic care out there, here.
What a save! What a save! What a save! And now it's your turn to save here at Master Vito Hyundai on Commercial Drive in Yorkville or online anytime at mastervitohyundai.com. Make your move to Master Vito Hyundai.
Babe's Restaurant and Bar believes great food brings people together. From comfort classics to crowd favorites, there's something for everyone. Open daily for lunch and dinner, plus brunch on the weekends. Come home to Babe's.
Minutes for Utica Arnott. Quite a few chances on those free kick restarts, a few sort of just like that last shot, those free range rips. Nothing really falling for Utica, plenty of shots, but nothing really on target so far.
It is 4-3 San Diego, 4 unanswered goals. And after a host of technical issues, we're glad to welcome you back inside the Adirondack Bank Center. It was 3-2 at halftime. San Diego scored twice to begin the half. First, it was Adrian Reyes. Craig Childs had the ball in the corner, laid a beautiful lifted cross in, and it was a beautiful volley from Reyes to score. And then Charlie Gonzalez scored the 4th unanswered goal, the 4th straight goal for San Diego to give the Sockers this 4-3 lead. That's what you missed up until now in this second half. As again, the Sockers pushing the pace. They scored 5 unanswered yesterday and almost 5 unanswered right there. As a shot goes wide from the Sockers. Belliard pressured from behind. Sockers with a little bit of life. Here's Leo de Oliveira to chase it back. And now Pardo. And this one lifted out of play. It hits the fans in the Miller Lite Beer Garden down below. And now a restart for Utica. The Riggies haven't had much offensively, just a couple of top-of-the-arc restarts, yellow line chances in this second half. Teixeira a shot. Willie Spur had a shot that was saved by Boris Pardo. This one lifted down low. Pardo bats it down, makes the save. Mitchell Cardenas. Pardo's pitched a shutout since he's been in, but he also did have that goal given up on the shootout attempt to Gordy Gerson. Miscommunication defensively for Utica. It gives Leo de Oliveira some space. Manny Silva's battling with him. A couple of dragbacks in Manny Silva with the pressure. Teixeira's out to hustle, but Pardo first to it. Tough contact between Alava and Estrella. And Alava can't believe the foul there. I think that's a pretty fair call.
Yeah, Arnav, I'd have to agree with you there. It was a hard challenge for Alava. Really kind of went in with the shoulder there. Can't put too much force into that. Little too much there. Free kick opportunity here for the Sockers.
Craig Childs alongside Charlie Gonzalez. The offense has been clicking for San Diego ever since going down by 3. Exactly what the Sockers did yesterday. Trailed by 3, scored 5 unanswered. Right now it's 4 unanswered for San Diego. Lifted to the back post. Childs, the deflection is just high. Well, Craig Childs has been inches away all game long from really bringing this game and giving San Diego an even bigger lead. Teixeira back to Wilkin, and he's fouled in the process. Well, we talked about physicality, the experience. That's a good foul if you're San Diego. Slow down the play.
Yeah, good foul. You slow the play down. It was a hard tackle, but it's those kind of small IQ moments, especially in indoor soccer, where you can get that restart and really just kind of settle back into your game, as San Diego is doing here now on the offensive, again in Utica's attacking third.
Gonzalez looking for the hat trick. He's already got 2 of San Diego's 4. That's Charlie Gonzalez. His 11th MASL season. Has now 11 goals on the year, including the 2 today. Averaging about 2 points per game this year. Pereira. Ruggles. Gonzalez. Cesar Serta. Shalier got a touch to it, and it's cut away by Gerson. He turned it over. Serta across, and Shalier using that frame to play some defense. The target forward gets in and makes a crucial intervention.
Yeah, Shalier has such, like you mentioned earlier, it's such that big frame, allowing him, especially on the defensive side, to just get a foot on the ball and break that out. It was a huge opportunity for San Diego after that turnover deep in the attacking third for Utica. A great job by Shalier to break that up and sort of keep Utica in this game and keep them not necessarily on the offensive, but just keeping them composed enough to survive this onslaught from San Diego.
It has been all San Diego in the third quarter. looking for another goal to add to this 1-goal lead. Utica never out of a game. We saw this Riggies side, back when they were called Utica City FC, come back from a 6-1 deficit in the third quarter to have an overtime win against Milwaukee. As the free kick is taken quickly into Pereira. He's double teamed and now spins away. Pereira looking for an outlet, has it in Serta. Cesar Serta down low. Back up top, Serta again. Native of Saltillo, Mexico. Pereira. He's just backing down his man, using that physicality. And again, San Diego will hang on to possession.
A little bit of an aired pass there for San Diego. Allows them to make that line change, though, so fresh legs out now for the Sockers.
Jesus Pacheco, one of them. Spent a couple of years in Baltimore, so it's a face that Utica fans know pretty well. Jesus Pacheco excelled in his time in Baltimore, especially playing against Utica. Breakaway, spur, Silva. Not a great touch, and the shot from Silva deflected by Pardo. Well, golden opportunity. Foul called on Utica. The Riggies are down. It is Toy Tavares who got hit right in front of the San Diego bench. Made contact with the knee, but back to that Silva chance. I mean, another golden opportunity. This time, Utica on the counter, exactly where they want to be, and still can't convert.
And like we mentioned, Utica, that's their transition ball. That's where they're getting those goals. Already 2 of them on the transition today of their 3. Silva just couldn't get a good enough touch on it.
You hear there, 2 minutes for tripping on Jose Toy Tavares. So Tavares heads to the penalty box. It's a Utica penalty kill that is 100% for the season. Also have 1 shorthanded goal. It was Gio Alves' shorthanded game winner against Milwaukee. As now we see the power play get to work for San Diego. San Diego, power play on the road, 0 for 4. They're 2 for 6 in power plays at home for a 20% record on the season. Here's Ruggles. A young, scrappy power play, or penalty kill unit for Utica, I should say. Worked across. There's a shot from De Oliveira. It'll fall for Pereira out wide. 30 seconds gone on the man advantage for San Diego. Crossfield pass back to Ruggles.
Utica doing a great job managing the space right now in this attacking third. San Diego really hasn't found that open window to shoot yet.
And here's the pressure from Alava on Pereira. Well, picked a good moment to step up. Pereira will get it right back. Worked out wide, back to Pereira. Great ball movement from San Diego. Cross one way, now the other. Ruggles with a shove, and it's a foul called on Drew Ruggles right in front of the Utica box. And, well, 1 full minute of the penalty killed and no real shot on goal for San Diego. That's exactly where Utica wants to be.
San Diego was looking for that cross, but Utica did a great job managing their spacing to not allow that ball to go across the goal mouth.
2 players switch on for the Utica penalty kill. Gonzalez out wide, Pereira off the boards, cleared away by Gio Alves. Stevens cleared away again, and now here's the break for Utica. This is Stevens all alone. Stevens saved by Pardo. It's just positioning for Boris Pardo. Right place yet again to make another one-on-one save. That's his second point-blank denial of the game. 20 seconds on the power play. Pereira. Gonzalez with a minute to go in the third. Here's a look at that Pardo save.
And we've seen Pardo in this situation so many times throughout his career, so good in those one-on-ones.
Space for Pereira. It deflects out wide. Diving effort defensively. Utica bodies on the line. It still says 1 second left on the penalty kill clock. Toy Tavares was already out of the penalty box. They opened the door for him, which is usually your key to go, but they opened the door a second too early. And the referees go over, confirm that he'll have 1 second left. 49.6 to go in the third quarter. San Diego, 2 goals to start off the quarter. Adrian Reyes on the volley from Craig Childs. Then Charlie Gonzalez. Back to full strength, so that's another penalty kill. There's a shot from distance. It'll fall for Leo de Oliveira. And Leo harassed by Olava. And it leads to a foul called on Juan Olava. It was clean until about the third push in from Olava. Then it got to be a push in the back.
Yeah,
no surprise.
The aggressiveness from Olava there is great. You want to see him playing that aggressiveness to try and get that transition offense for Utica. It was that aggressiveness that allowed that chance earlier on the kill for almost a shorthanded goal, but just a little too much there.
30 seconds to go in the half. As this one goes down into the corner for Childs. 24 seconds to go. And quickly, Olava bursts away. 15 seconds. Advantage played for Tavares. And he passes it right to San Diego. And now maybe a break for the Sockers with 7 seconds in the quarter. Pass up ahead. Wilkin comes sliding out. 3 seconds. Gerson will fire a shot. It's tamed for Boris Pardo. As the buzzer sounds, we'll head to the fourth. Riggies trail San Diego by 1. 4 unanswered for the Sockers, who lead by 1. MASL on MASL TV.
At Aquavino, every meal is a moment. Whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event, enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
At Rome Health, we bring the best orthopedic and sports medicine care right to your neighborhood. Our experienced team includes orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine specialists, and physical therapists working together to get you back to the things that you love to do. So whether you need an injection for arthritis pain, rotator cuff surgery, a joint replacement, or help recovering from a concussion, we're committed to delivering superior care to you. Rome Health, the best orthopedic care out there, here.
What a save! What a save! What a save! And now it's your turn to save here at Master Vito Hyundai on Commercial Drive in Yorkville or online anytime at mastervitohyundai.com. Make your move to Master Vito Hyundai.
Babe's Restaurant and Bar believes great food brings people together. From comfort classics to crowd favorites, there's something for everyone. Open daily for lunch and dinner, plus brunch on the weekends. Come home to Babe's.
Welcome back inside the Adirondack Bank Center, MASL. You can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, MASL Arena on Twitter. You can also subscribe to MASL TV on YouTube for game rebroadcasts, MASL shows, highlights, and more. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Capelli Sport is the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. Visit MASLsoccer.com to shop the all-new MASL fan store for the latest MASL and team gear. We're getting ready for the fourth quarter of action between the Utica Riggies and the San Diego Sockers. 4 unanswered goals going back to the second quarter for San Diego, who now have a 4-3 lead in this one. Alongside Landon Still, Tom Arnoff, poke out. Landon, intensity, yes, in that third quarter. Utica struggling to find a response offensively.
Yeah, and it's just it's a game of momentum. That's what indoor soccer is, and that's what we're seeing, the momentum playing in favor right now of San Diego. 4 unanswered. They had 5 unanswered yesterday against Baltimore. Utica needs to refine their composure and start playing the game of soccer they were playing in the first half.
Back to Wilkin it goes. 15 minutes for Utica to stage a comeback after San Diego has staged a comeback of their own. They've already completed it with a 4-3 lead. Header back the other way. Gio Alves. Tavares, who had a blue card that Utica killed off. Howard Miller Jr. will leave it back to Gio Alves, and his pass cut away. Back to Wilkin again. Is there something in this game for Utica? Can they get that first regulation win of the season? Only at 5 points, sitting at the bottom of the MASL standings with 2 overtime wins and 2 losses, 1 overtime loss in that season opener against Kansas City. Tyson Santos. Teixeira. Santos again, he'll go to the corner, intended for Pinal. Pinal, pressured by Ruggles. He'll wriggle away from pressure. That's Cardenas on the defense, and won back by San Diego. Good counter press by Utica to win possession back.
Utica doing a good job dominating possession early. This is what we saw out of them in that first quarter and in the beginning of that second quarter before they went on their normal transition attack here. So it's interesting to see Utica playing down, still plenty of time left in the fourth quarter, 13 minutes, playing this possession ball and trying to find an opportunity to tie this game back up.
Shalier, double teamed. He may have got hit in the face. He did. It's a foul on San Diego. New for 2026, staff writer Joseph Reyna and veteran coach Mark Litton explain the game with perspectives from both sides of the glass on MASL's newest show, Soccer Signal. In-depth data analysis, comprehensive breakdowns, exclusive interviews from coaches around the leagues. Don't miss Soccer Signal every other Thursday on MASL TV. Utica will take a timeout as they want to assess this Utica advanced free kick opportunity, so they'll discuss that. And that gives us a chance to shout out the MASL coloring contest. All artists head to MASLsoccer.com to take part in the first ever MASL coloring contest. These winners will receive $100 gift certificate to Capelli Sport. Don't delay, submissions are due February 1st of 2026 for the MASL coloring contest. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bastavansky, Phil Ivanko each week are joined by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. We'll discuss a hot topic right now, Landon. Utica has struggled offensively. Now they have possession of the ball, but we're not seeing much offensively. What do you think the conversation is right now for head coach Everton Moran?
I think it's a similar conversation like they had against Baltimore in that third quarter in their last game out. Timeout was called Moran. We talked about that decision with him before the game. It was a mental reset. Get the team's feet back under them, calm them down. And this is the biggest situation and biggest opportunity Utica's really had in this second half. So it's a crucial spot to call a timeout, and I love the call there from head coach Morale.
So head coach Everton Moreira gets a second to discuss what he wants out of his team on this set play opportunity. It is just a one-goal game, even though it may not feel like it because Utica scored so long ago, and since then it's been all San Diego. One goal ties this thing right up. Up to Santos, rolled across to the back post. Rebound for Spur, it's saved by Pardo. Incredible goalkeeping. Spur might get a chance on the volley, it's blocked away. Last-ditch defending for Boris Pardo in the San Diego defense. There's contact, there's a slide. Everyone's up in arms as Brian Wilkin is calm on the ball. He sends Taylor Walter Bond flying on the turf. But right there, golden opportunity, and I mean, Boris Pardo is standing on his head right now for San Diego.
And it really raises the question why, if you're San Diego, you didn't start Pardo in this game. All 3 goals, well, technically one goes to Pardo on the shootout. However, Lindquist came in this game, had a great first quarter, and then immediately struggled.
Space for Pereira. He'll ball roll one way, leave it, and a shot off the bar, no good. Pereira will get it right back. That was Adrian Reyes with the shot. It'll set up now for Leo de Oliveira, cleared away by Utica. I am shocked that we didn't see Nick Pereira shoot that one. He was right at the top of the arc, just missed it. Here's Shalier on the break. Ran into some trouble off the boards. Shalier battling with Leo de Oliveira, and it is the experienced veteran winning out. on the challenge. But back to that Pereira chance. I mean, he was right there, had a great look at goal, and decided to pass. Here's a chance now. Gerson on the volley. It goes off the wall and cleared away by Childs.
That's one of those moments there, back to the Pereira opportunity, where you expect your veteran to shoot that shot, elected to pass it off, as this is a great chance here for San Diego.
In transition on the counter. Shot comes in off the wall. It's cleared away by Utica into the netting. Intentional restart. It will be an advanced chance now for San Diego and this Craig Childs captain team. As here's a look at how that chance just broke down. Craig Childs in transition, not the quickest guy on the field nowadays, but does enough with his experience to find a good pass out wide to Cesar Cerda, to fire.
And this could really be the dagger here for San Diego. Utica has to be careful.
Chance off the boards, it just is wide. Wilkin was a step behind the play. Chip back in, Ruggles can take this on the volley. He does, it's loose in front. It'll fall just high for Leo de Oliveira. Here's Penal on pressure. Pardo comes out, he'll send it into the roof. It's a superstructure violation. And now a yellow line restart for Utica.
Utica doing a dance with death there, right there. Great opportunity just off that side post. Now, with the superstructure violation, Utica with a chance to score again.
Back underway, 11 minutes to go. Still a slim 1-goal lead. If Utica can find that form that they had in, the first quarter and the early stages of that second, we could be right back to a tie game here shortly, but not with a pass like that from Wilkin, who comes out and heads it away. Gio Alves tripped on the turf over himself. Now a chance to break for Cardenas. Here comes the press from Utica. The Riggies reset defensively with the San Diego Sockers looking to add to their lead. 4 unanswered for San Diego. Pereira backs the man down, passes it back to Ruggles. Now Cardenas. Ruggles again.
If you're San Diego, this is all you have to do. You have that 1-goal lead. You are a possession team. This is what we expected them to play. Didn't really see it early on, especially in that first half, but now with the lead, really settling into their game, and it's just going to suffocate Utica. What you need to see out of Utica is how well their press can keep up with this veteran San Diego squad.
Right now just passing the ball around this Utica press. Cesar Cerda plays it up to Pereira, and he's someone you don't really want one-on-one. Pereira finds an outlet, cleared off the line. And great work by Utica defensively. They'll slow things down. And Wilkin goes long. Ruggles heads it away. It's kept in play off the boards. This might be a poor pass back. Utica can apply pressure now. Good feed off the boards. Orozco there in support, but right now San Diego move away with it. Again, not the quickest team in transition as Gerson wins it back. He tried to play it off the boards in hopes that Riggy would find his way to the ball. Instead, it's the other way with San Diego. Alves goes diving in on the challenge. Made that decision a second too late, and the play was already past him. That was dangerous from Alves. Here's Reyes. Leo de Oliveira. Wilkin off the boards. De Oliveira gets it right back. Has an opening. Missed it wide. That's twice now where we've seen these veterans on San Diego miss some pretty good chances. And now the break is on. 2-on-1 the other way. Alava has Gerson. Gerson off the wall. And it didn't fall kindly for Alava. It's possession for San Diego. Well, Gerson had the shootout attempt that he scored on Boris Pardo, but this time in the run of play couldn't get it in.
and Pinal wasn't expecting that rebound off the boards. Was in a prime opportunity spot right outside the circle.
There's Pereira dragging it wide. Pinal. Clipped up ahead, back to Pinal. 3-on-3. And Junior Pinal holds on to possession with Stevens. Spur.
Still 7.5 minutes for Utica in this game. Can play a little bit of that possession ball and build out of the back as they're doing now.
Miller looking for the pass off the boards. It's not a bad idea, just hit the boards awkwardly. And again, it could lead to San Diego on the break. There's a sliding challenge in by Stevens, and now Pereira rolls it across. It's off Wilkin, who has to clear it away and does. Pinal spins away from Ruggles. Battle right now in the offensive zone. It is Pinal who comes away. Gets an outlet pass, and Utica right now struggling to just find the ball and complete those 5-yard passes.
Yeah, Tavares just tripped over his own feet. There was a great opportunity. Pinal did a great job of getting through 3 San Diego defenders to get that ball to the outside, but just Tavares couldn't quite contain it, and now we're seeing a little struggle for the ball as there's a hard foul there.
Gerson went down hard. He's back up limping on that leg. He's had some leg injuries in the past for Utica. But he's back up and moving as Willie Spur has it now. Spur goes to the boards, thought about the pass. We'll leave it for Santos. Santos just high. This will fall for Alava, who goes down to the corner, but it's actually out of play. And off the boards, that'll take us to our media timeout in the fourth quarter. 6.5 minutes to go. Utica on the comeback trail, down by 1 to San Diego. We'll be right back on MASL TV. Welcome back inside the Adirondack Bank Center. Fourth quarter action on tap between the San Diego Sockers and the Utica Riggies. And here's a look at those 2 goals that you missed at the beginning of the third quarter. First, it was a goal for San Diego on the volley, and then a goal on the free kick for San Diego. That was Charlie Gonzalez who scored the most recent one. Before that, it was Adrian Reyes who scored on the volley. So 2 very well taken goals by San Diego to go from 3-2 at halftime to now 4-3 lead.
It's just that 4-goal swing for an answer. They had 5 yesterday against Baltimore. Utica trying right now in this attacking third with just under 6 minutes to go. There's a foul there.
Belliard and Manny Silva. You know it's a foul when both of us say it at the same time. As this one's chipped in, Belliard has to hustle to it, and Shalier can get the outlet started for Utica instead. He's met by Craig Childs, who's moving with some speed that I really haven't seen from Childs in a minute. Wilkin comes sliding out to make the stop. Poor backheel attempt. And now Utica advancing forward with Manny Silva. He's one-on-one with a defender. Silva into space. The shot saved by Pardo. Rebound still there. Alava off the wall, and it can't find a Riggies player. Back in front, and contact there. We're looking at Everton Marrera to see if he'll throw the challenge flag. He won't just yet. Instead, it's Shalier, the intended target. Stumbling around, and Shalier just can't find the outlet. Refereeing crew of Rich Grady and Brian Miller. Alava shrugs his man off. There's some contact behind the play. And now they're looking at Cesar Cerda.
Hard retaliation there. It'd be interesting to see if the referees have a discussion, maybe just a warning, but you can't do that.
Challenge flag comes out from Everton Marrera for that incident on Cesar Cerda. See if it was well behind the play. Yes, there was a little bit of a coming together. I think they want to review the severity. We'll hear from the refereeing crew as to what the review will be. Rich Grady, Brian Miller, first challenge flag of the day. And here's a listen to what they'll be saying out to the crowd. So there is that call. It's a review for that potential blue card on this sort of run of play between San Diego and Utica. First, Alava wins the ball back. That looked pretty clean. It's a second instance right here on the
right
backhand.
Here, yes. Right as they get up, you see that kind of hard challenge. Silva was just trying to get around him as the ball was still in play. And then he came up and stuck his foot out, catching Silva on that trip and almost using his shoulder. You see it right there on that tail end. Looking for the blue card here. Utica already scored on that power play earlier.
And what a shot it was. Gio Alves off the wall to himself. It was incredible, and wonder if maybe you see it from up top, it'll look different, but right now it's a quick review. Here's the call. So the call stands from Rich Grady and Brian Miller. No blue card on Cesar Cerda, and really with that angle, there wasn't much. It has to be clear and indisputable video evidence. That wasn't there on that quick little, you kind of saw a glimpse of it as the camera moved past.
Yeah, you catch the tail end of it there. You don't see really the build up to it and how it gets into that situation. And you don't see the initial contact. You see kind of just the end. And with that quick snippet, it just looks like their feet get tangled. It doesn't look like an intentional foul.
And so Utica still trail by 1 with 5 minutes to go. 4 unanswered for San Diego after the Riggies took a 3-0 lead. This one won back by Utica. Pinal. He's been the guy all season long for Utica. Looking back into Pinal. The outlet pass finds an on a running soccer. San Diego on the break with Jesus Pacheco. Crossfield pass to Cesar Cerda. It was his involvement in a potential shove on Manny Silva that Utica challenged and lost. Leo de Oliveira. Work down low, Pereira. Into some space. Back to De Oliveira. 4 minutes to go. San Diego can just pass around right now. Utica have to be wary.
And I mean, pass around, that's what San Diego is known for, and 2, what they've done all game, especially in this fourth quarter.
There's a shot just wide. And again, Cesar Cerda can take his time. All the way back to Cardenas. Now across to Pardo. How good has he been today, Boris Pardo, and yesterday as well. Plethora of saves for Pardo in yesterday's match against Baltimore. Pressure coming from Utica, but still possession for San Diego. We'll keep an eye on Brian Wilkin right now as there's a chance for Utica to break. Shalier will get the return pass. Gerson took a hit on the way through. Advantage played. Shalier tries to go around Cerda. Instead, Pardo will clear it away. Tyson Santos back to Wilkin. And Wilkin controls, calls a timeout for the Utica Riggies. It's a lot to discuss right now for Utica. Well, hey, we just had a potential blue card that went under review. If you disagree with the call tonight, You might find it on MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Phil Ivanko and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich, every Friday on YouTube. You can also get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, MASL Arena on Twitter. You can also stream games live on MASLplus.tv, replay the game on demand, clip it, share it, and live it again. Make sure you favorite your team to get instant updates on every game. A lot to talk about. 3 minutes to go. Utica need offense, something that they haven't had in the second half, Landon.
Yeah, Utica's really just been stagnant in the second half, something that head coach Everton Romero was very worried about. You saw them go stagnant in that third quarter against Baltimore, but were able to recover and win that game in just Utica-Riggy fashion so far this season. Second overtime win. Utica only down one with 2:55 left. They've come back from bigger deficits, and they've scored in bigger moments to bring these games to overtime to get those wins. Utica not out of it by any means, but against a San Diego team that's known for their possession, known for their game IQ. This is really the one team you don't want to be in this situation against, Arnav.
Extra attacker jersey is out for Tyson Santos. He's in the black and blue. Of course, with that extra attacker jersey, he's allowed to hold on to the ball as he is basically a goalkeeper in the run of play when he's inside the box. And he'll drop it off. And immediate pressure from San Diego. Tyson Santos will go long. It is a 3-line violation for Tyson Santos. And they will move Brian Wilkin back in net. You'll see that sort of do-si-do back and forth as Utica chase this one.
Yeah, and these last 2 minutes and 47 seconds for Utica is going to be a little bit of a dance with that. Wilkin coming off and then having that extra attacker come on. These are the moments that you draw your best plays up for if you're Utica. That's what they talked about in the timeout. Utica needs to kind of look to see if they can play it off the boards where they saw success early getting those crosses into the box.
There's a big save by Brian Wilkin. Second chance comes in. Wilkin will... Well, he thought about the throw quickly. Instead, he'll roll it out to himself. And that'll allow him to go off and bring on Tyson Santos. Played in the Brazilian professional futsal leagues for a couple of years. Tyson Santos now has that extra attacker jersey on. And he turns it over. Poor turnover. Shot rolled in. It does roll wide. Rebound could be there for Jesus Pacheco. Sliding down. Manny Silva also there to get the stop. So Utica avoids an empty netter for now. It could be happening again. As there's Gonzalez coming in, and Wilkin gets it away and up into the second row of seats here in Utica.
Just great job by Wilkin to come in on that sort of change, just be in the right place at the right time. We've seen him so many times this season and in this game be so athletic enough to come out of the box, make those runs and sort of have passes on the other side of half field, doing a great job to show that athleticism and break up a great chance for San Diego to keep this game alive pretty much for the Riggies.
Saw the replay of that Manny Silva slide challenge to deny the opportunity on the empty net. That's what Silva brings, is speed to this team. Pereira, can he ice the game for San Diego? Off of a hat trick yesterday plus an assist in that game against Baltimore. Instead, it's back to Wilkin. Good ball by Wilkin. It avoids the 3-line violation. Played off the boards. Out of play. Tyson Santos back on as the extra attacker. Wilkin heads off. Willie Spur, the reset.
This is the moment right here if you're Utica. You have that extra attacker in the attacking third. Get a chance to reset completely and play your style of soccer with just over a minute and change left.
Gio Alves down low looking for the return pass. It goes all the way out to Shalier, and the shot is blocked. With 1 minute to go, it's do or die for Utica. Led 3-0, then 4 unanswered for San Diego. And what a huge 3 points this would be if San Diego can hold on in regulation. 50 seconds left. Spur, Santos. Crossfield pass, here's Gordy. Hits awkwardly off the body of Gerson. No foul called. It'll go out to Spur. Off the wall. Wilkins, the last man out. 31 seconds. Spur. Gerson off the wall, looking for Alves. Now Pinal, 22 seconds. Can he come up clutch? No. Pinal off the boards. This falls for Shalier. There's a whistle blowing as the ball's in the net. The challenge flag comes out from San Diego. I don't know what they're challenging here. It looked like
I'm
it was
asking
just
myself the same question, Arnav. I don't understand what San Diego's looking at here.
We'll see what head coach Phil Salagio wants from the refereeing crew. We'll get a listen to it here on the referee microphone.
San Diego's challenging for a potential missed blue card.
So San Diego looking for a missed blue card in the run of play down low. And the question here is,
where?
Where is the missed blue card, and then where is the run of play end? I don't think there's anything in it down there on Gerson, as Mitchell Cardenas was playing the ball on the ground. Here's what they're looking at. It looks just like a regular soccer play from what we saw, because Cardenas kept the play going. It's not like he was down and injured. So if that's what they're reviewing.
Even so, I mean, you argue it's a hard challenge and a hard tackle, yes, but there's nothing there that shouts blue card to me, Arnav.
Here's the run of play as it continues. Leo de Oliveira with the block, and then Shalier went down to the box. Alves hooked the ball on the goal. But even if it doesn't end up in a blue card for the Riggies, I have to wonder where possession starts here, because there was never a clear end to possession. Here's the call from the referees.
After review, there is no blue card against Utica. Play will stop. Play will stop for a free kick against Utica, foul by number 99, San Diego ball.
So they're going to say a foul on Shalier is where play stopped, which means San Diego has possession with 16 seconds to go. Utica will throw everybody forward. Spurs got two players back. He has no one to help him. And now Utica will man mark the rest of the way. As the clock sits at 16.1. The throw out to Walter Bond. Tyson Santos with 12 seconds to go. Gotta hurry if you're Utica. 8 seconds. Santos, two players there. And Pardo makes the save. And he'll roll it out. And that'll do it. A regulation victory for San Diego, who come away on the weekend with 6 points, back-to-back wins. Yesterday against Baltimore, down 3-0, scored 5 unanswered. Today against Utica, down 3-0, scored 4 unanswered for the victory. And Landon, I mean, what a game. Just back and forth action, and then when Utica had the lead, San Diego did what San Diego does best, played their style of soccer, and they never wavered from it to score 4.
Absolutely. We saw that style of soccer, that possession style of soccer worked so well for San Diego, especially in that second half. You got too quick to end the first half, too quick to start the second. San Diego just moved the ball around so well to find those exact spots where the best opportune shot was. And really, when you look at it, if you're Utica, just got a little too complacent after going up 3-0. Head coach Morea talked about that, how he was nervous that a young team up 3-0 or up a few goals might fall into that scenario like they did against Baltimore. They were able to get themselves out of it, but today couldn't do it.
We spent the final 27 minutes of this game scoreless. After the Soccer scored the fourth, the game winner goes to Charlie Gonzalez, who had 2 goals on the game. That winner off that free kick, I mean, what a strike, to find the gap between Shalier and Wilkin and have the game-winning opportunity. They've got Gio Alves down on the field, and he will take away this sideline interview. Let's send it down to Reagan, who's got Gio Alves.
I'm here with Gio, Armando Macrina, man of the match. Gio, tell us your thoughts on this game. You guys gave it a really hard fight. What do you have to say about it?
I'm proud of the boys, and it's tough always play San Diego, one of the best teams in the league, and a lot of experienced guys. But we are a young team. We're going to improve throughout the year, and I have a faith that we're going to get better and get a win next time.
Awesome. And Gio, this is also your third Utica Riggy game in a row. How fun is it to do a different game like this?
Yeah, it's awesome. Every year, it's awesome. And we're proud that we do this every year. I hope we keep continuing to do this over the years.
That's awesome. And Manja Macrina made us an amazing Riggy pizza that I'm dying to try. Gio, do you want to try it with me?
There's Gio Alves down the field with Reagan. It's a 4-3 Sockers victory. We'll take a quick step aside on MASL TV. We'll be right back after the break.
At Aquavino, every meal is a moment. Whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event, enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
At Rome Health, we bring the best orthopedic and sports medicine care right to your neighborhood. Our experienced team includes orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine specialists, and physical therapists working together to get you back to the things that you love to do. So whether you need an injection for arthritis pain, rotator cuff surgery, a joint replacement, or help recovering from a concussion, we're committed to delivering superior care to you. Rome Health, the best orthopedic care out there, here.
What a save! What a save! What a save! And now it's your turn to save here at Master Vito Hyundai on Commercial Drive in Yorkville or online anytime at mastervitohyundai.com. Make your move to Master Vito Hyundai.
Babe's Restaurant and Bar believes great food brings people together. From comfort classics to crowd favorites, there's something for everyone. Open daily for lunch and dinner, plus brunch on the weekends. Come home to Babe's.
Welcome back inside the Adirondack Bank Center as we put a bow on the Utica Riggies, who fall to the San Diego Sockers 4-3. Landon Stilts alongside myself, Arnott Poker, landed. The positives were there for Utica, especially in the opening, about 25 minutes or so. Really good stuff offensively.
Yeah, and that's what you wanted to see, and that's what head coach Marrero talked about before this game even started. He wanted to see the team come out like they did against Baltimore. They came out hungry. They came out wanting to win. They came out clawing for every inch on the field, and we saw that early in the first half. They dominated possession and scored 3 quick goals in that second quarter to take that 3-0 lead. But against a veteran team like San Diego, leads aren't a guarantee. And we saw San Diego, within just a minute left in that first half, 2 quick goals, just like they did against Baltimore yesterday, to make it 3-2 at the break. Came out of the break with all the momentum, and 2 more goals to keep it at that 4-3 game.
It felt like deja vu, a 3-0 deficit for San Diego, 3-2 at halftime. It's exactly what happened last night. The only difference is the defense stepped up in the second half for both teams. But like you said, it's a veteran San Diego team. It's exactly what we expected. There was nothing new we expected from San Diego. They did their game plan, and that's what led to the win for San Diego.
And you talked about the defense for San Diego. You really just have to highlight Pardo. Coming off the bench, the only time he really faced a goal was on that shootout opportunity when Lindquist got the blue card penalty. Pardo was a brick wall in the back of the net. He always has been. He's a legend of the game. Came out and just did what he does best, especially in those one-on-ones in the second half. You saw Utica have a lot of those one-on-one opportunities, put himself in a position to make those saves, and he did it time and time again.
Utica is back-to-back against Baltimore, a home and home. They travel to Baltimore next Sunday, and then on Monday it's the Ava Wood penalty kick shootout match to honor the legacy of Ava Wood here in Utica. For everyone involved in the broadcast, all of our camera operators, Reagan down on the field, our producers, Joe Benson and Reed Poland, and the man to my left, Landon Stilts. I'm Arnott Pokrell, saying so long from the Adirondack Bank Center. San Diego victorious 4-3. You've been watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV.
At Aquavino, every meal is a moment, whether it's date night, a quick lunch, or celebrating a special event. Enjoy Italian-American favorites. Aquavino Restaurant, growing our family one plate at a time.
Stories to remember. Bank with Utica.
At Rome Health, we bring the best orthopedic and sports medicine care right to your neighborhood. Our experienced team includes orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine specialists, and physical therapists working together to get you back to the things that you love to do. So whether you need an injection for arthritis pain, rotator cuff surgery, a joint replacement, or help recovering from a concussion, we're committed to delivering superior care to you. Rome Health, the best orthopedic care out there, here.
What a save! What a save! What a save! And now it's your turn to save here at Master Vito Hyundai on Commercial Drive in Yorkville or online anytime at mastervitohyundai.com. Make your move to Master Vito Hyundai.
Babe's Restaurant and Bar believes great food brings people together. From comfort classics to crowd favorites, there's something for everyone. Open daily for lunch and dinner, plus brunch on the weekends. Come home to Babe's.